Good evening and welcome to the Plastic Crack Podcast, your Monday night quadruple. Or sometimes.
Monday night what?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, right.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you? Martin did the overlay this week. So
No, I didn't. No, I did it.
Oh, Dom did.
No, Dom did.
All right,
That was me.
Can I have my apology now, Ken?
Yes, have an apology for that, Martin.
I wouldn't have called you the fiddler. I'd have called you something much worse.
much worse.
Yeah. I'd have liked Fiddle Yard. That would have been acceptable. But the fiddler...
Fiddler in the yard.
Yeah.
If the name sticks, Ken, that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Name sticks.
Project King Dom. God, Jesus. Right, so it's been a while since I've hosted. Sorry that I keep being absent all the time. It's called painful life. So let's just say hello to some people in the chat quickly before we start off. Oh my God, what time is the earliest chat? It goes back to 6:41. So
I did find it somewhere. No, it's
it goes earlier than that.
Probably a bit earlier.
1:44. Hello from the client. 6. Ooh, 6 minute samurai. New game awaits. Well done, Richard.
Emus versus samurai. That'd be fun.
Emus versus samurai. So
Look, old school. As you said, just before we went live, I said that, and there we go.
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
Someone with a bit of class.
there we go.
Let's try and run down the names quickly. Good evening, John, P. Neal, Mark, Ricky, Red Steph, Lazy Pirate Painting, Louis Baby, Ham and Jam, Philippe, Enemy and Shite, Lionheart, Grana Prego, Benjamin, East, Norfolks, Shakers and Sprues, Andrew, Bricker City, why is there always one? Carazonet. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll do.
Yep. Josh drank the paint water. That's not a good thing, Josh. Dave.
Is Josh okay?
Yeah. Crossing this, man. I don't know why, but that
Josh
went to
is
me
in
then. That
trauma.
made me laugh. Crossing obstacles, Sam. Yorkshire Gamer, sorry. Mobile and Hostile, Bricker City, Mike, Gary, Steve Harbour. Hello, Steve. Old School
Hey,
FRPG,
Steve.
Hutman, Storm Steel, Yorkshire Gaming. There we go. I can.
Got it in my
Luke, Drew, Felix, Rich, Simon, Mike, Miller, Old School FRPG, Adrian, and Leslie, and Gary, and Facebook user. Good evening, Facebook user. Right. So this week we're going to round up a couple of things. So last week, obviously, I was absent, and I did watch the cast back. It was very good. The guest was very, very good indeed. Did you guys have fun talking to him last week? You enjoy it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Now we've got lots of ideas, although I eagerly await the release. Even though he's on to talk about 0200 hours, I wanted to know more about Test of Honor and what he might come up with next.
Why can't I have more samurai? Can you mix it both together? Yeah.
I tell you what, though, he went away with enough material to write a 400-page scenario.
I think he did, yeah. Jesus.
Well, he went away with an. I sent him an email a few days later just to say, said, thanks for coming on and blah blah blah. These were the metrics on the video and that, the views and the playbacks. It was all really good. And he sent one back going, yes, so were the pre-orders.
Might have had something to do with that then. Yes. But yeah, so tonight we're going to do a roundup of the Crackcon. So we're going to spend a little while going through what went on, show some pictures and things like that, and just talk about the night. And we're also going to talk about the main subject tonight is your ideal week in the hobby. So the things behind this are you have 7 days, you have 24 hours a day, you have no life commitments, so no children to worry about. No, the only thing you got to do is eat, drink, and sleep. Okay. You haven't got any work to worry about. You've got no kids, no girlfriends, no husbands, no whatever. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
What would be your ideal week in hobbying? And we will get to that very shortly. But first of all, let's just have a quick whiz around the room. What we've been up to. Myself, I've done Jackal. So let's go to mine.
I love it how you don't even put up the pretense anymore.
No, didn't even try.
There's none of this. I
no. Tell a lie.
Or I got something.
Finished my hobby loft. Hobby loft is finished. It is complete. Hobby loft, and I laid a mat out, and I put some minis on there. There you go.
Well, okay. Oh, well done. It's all good. It's all good.
Yes,
Well done.
hobby loft is done.
It's all fine. So, my week in Wargaming. At the start, well, no, sorry. Well, it was my week ago. Anyway, so start of the week, I finished off all of the models that are going on the Warwick base plus more because I decided to switch things about a little bit. Which you've probably already seen anyway because I put a video up about it. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. So I've got 10 models potentially going on this base. Might thin that down a little bit. One of the main things was I finding another minion to put in, which is that guy down in the bottom left. That's Walter Rotesley, who's like a proper toady to Warwick, like a proper little scrote. He's so I thought I've got to have him. But yeah, that was they were good fun. But the thing is, while I've been working on some ECW stuff, I haven't got any pictures. That's kind of what I'm working on tonight. Just because I needed to work on something that wasn't Wars of the Roses.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So at the same time, because I also have had a game this week.
Excellent.
Against young Robin. So it's the first in our siege. Little siege mini campaign thing. So there will be a battle report coming up, but we were using that awesome book that Dob has sent me, and he's never getting back.
I was going to say that you were going to bring back to Crackcon and then completely forgot, apparently.
Yeah,
right.
Apparently forgot, yeah. I haven't finished photocopying it yet. So I was just going to send you it back. It's the photocopy pages. No,
all the pages will be spread out where you've flat packed them onto the.
I know,
onto the copy.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I haven't actually done that. I'm getting Haley to hands transcribe the whole thing. No, it was a great game. I won't give too much away, but basically, it's we're playing there's the sort of view up the table. We're going to be playing a few games with the same setup, so the same board, but slowly bits of the board might change as the siege develops, which is a lot of fun. And so really in our first game, the only thing the siege was really used for, the castle was used for, was a deployment zone for Robin, because it was all about the siege lines haven't been set up yet. So it was more about maneuvering and stuff that game, and it wasn't quite as long. So so that should be up later in the week, but that was a lot of fun. Just getting that out on the table was cracking. But of course, because that developed into the next scenario, we looked at everything. We were sort of a bit like, shit, need to do some siegey stuff. And Meza, Carl, very kindly, a couple of months ago, sent me loads of Gabions. That he didn't want him, so I've been painting them up.
Very cool.
For just to use.
They resin, are they, mate? Are they?
Yeah, they are resin. Yeah, I have no idea who the manufacturer is. I think they're multiple manufacturers actually because they're different sizes, but I think they mix together quite well.
Yeah. Nice.
Rather than having them all looking exactly the same. So I'll be able to put those out. And then he also sent me this, and I thought this would really do really well as an objective on the board, but also just because it's a siege, just having a sort of supply wagon that's emptied everything out.
Hopefully, it's not full of gunpowder because that would.
It probably will be. I'll give him one clue. As you can see here, you can probably see. Can you see what he's put in the low tower? Was at the top of the low tower. He's put his cannon at the top of the tower.
Yeah, oh dear.
So we were umming and ahhing about if it misfires, does it just blow the tower up?
That is rather interesting.
But yeah, that was my week, and I'm currently working on some. Well, I've done a couple of other things, but. Probably not that I can bring up just yet, but yeah, it's cool.
Oh, brilliant. Cool. And what about you, Dom?
Sorry, wasn't expecting me. I hope you got plenty to fill in today because I've only done one thing this week.
My
Holy moly!
Yeah,
I just painted a whole army.
It was 1,000 figures. That's all.
Yeah, 1,000 figures.
No, I started my new job on last Monday, so I kind of haven't had a busy amount of time, so I've been a little bit busy. But I did do one longbow unit.
Yeah,
cool.
I forgot his name already. James Joyce of Windsor apparently was killed at Bosworth Field. So I did that. That is all. Nice. Actually, I did. There's a couple of things almost done, but the only thing's finished. And tonight I'm working on a Sarissa.
Oh, building.
What's this one? Tower. English timber frame building for the.
Oh, is that for the
Reaver thing?
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. Those things.
Yeah,
what they're called.
All the Reavers.
Yeah, I can't remember what the castles. Those type of castles. Those things.
Yeah.
They're just houses with a turret on top.
It's basically just a glorified house that they
like a block out. No.
Yeah. It's for the borders of. It's a peel tower. Peel tower.
There you go. Yeah.
Peel tower.
Everyone's gobsmacked.
They did have those in the Wars of the Roses as well. So you could use those in there. Peel tower.
Oh, did they? Okay. I've done the other one made up, and I thought this one would be. So I did one yesterday. It was the smaller fortified manor house thing, and it went together so easy. I thought, tonight I'll do this one. I've got bits of MDF spread all over the desk. I have no idea. If I start having a bit of a tantrum and throwing them around, just ignore me, all right?
Good. Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Yeah,
cool. And what about yourself, Steve? What have you been up to?
Let me just dry my brush. Right, I had a bit of a bolt action week last week.
Oh, very nice.
So, on when we had Graham on last week, I was working on my second vehicle for my 11th Armored Division project. I finished it on the stream.
Oh, okay.
It's the Sherman 5.
Very nice.
And see the mud on the hedge cutter. I was so proud of that mud.
I'm obsessed by mud. You are.
It's very, very realistic, Steve.
Oh well, thank you. That's what I'm aiming for.
You're sure you weren't Wurzel Gummidge in another life?
So there's another picture of, I don't know, all the bits and pieces and all the time and effort that went into it. I'm most chuffed about some made mud on the front of a tank. But great fun to paint that. And then I didn't think I was going to get any more tanks done that week. And then I finished this, which is my Cromwell.
Oh, nice.
I finished that in 3 evenings, couple of hours each night. And it was done. It's a very, very, very nice kit. The Cromwell's quite a basic looking tank anyway. It's quite boxy, lots of straight lines, but it went together really well. Really nice kit, and it's just it looks the biz, doesn't it? It looks like some kind of really fast tank. So that was
quick, I think.
Oh, for God's sake!
And then I also finished my second lot of infantry, so I'm up to 4. So that's my infantry so far.
Very nice.
Excellent.
As I mentioned before in the Facebook group, I've changed my mind about this kit. Now, when I first bought this, didn't I send a message to you guys saying how disappointed I was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to apologise to all of
them? I will. I will profusely apologise. I was very short-sighted and quick to be annoyed, because once you start working on it and you start painting it, it's lovely. It's a really nice kit. It's full of detail, great sculpts, loads of extra bits and pieces. Just really nice. I really, really enjoyed putting it. And do you know what? I can paint these really fast. Literally, 3 or 4 hours to paint 2, which at the moment is quite fast. But no, lovely, lovely kit. And yeah, I profusely apologise for my rather errant, my rather errant and impetuous dismissal of it. No, great kit. Tonight, though, I am working on something that arrived in the post today. I've been after these for ages.
Yes.
Marines.
Yes.
Yes.
These sell out so fast on the Rubicon kit. So on the Rubicon site, so I was so chuffed. Now, before we came on tonight, I said to the guys, my plan was to look at these, go ooh, and then put them under the desk and not touch them for about a month. But I'm already painting them tonight, so I have no willpower whatsoever. But these are I made my first Rubicon kit earlier this year. These are my first Rubicon miniatures. So
okay,
yeah, and I'm very happy.
Like the vehicle kits that come in so many parts, so they come with like an anatomy diagram to stick together.
There are lots of pieces. There are lots of pieces on the sprue, but they go together really well. They some of the. I think some of the arms are 2-piece arms.
Of course they are.
But I think that might just be for firing.
Why make it simple? I mean, just.
But I've built 2, and I built 2 in 10 minutes. They went together really well. Very, very little in the way of flash. Just a couple of mold lines, and the cleanup was really good. But I've never painted Vietnam era miniatures before, so definitely a learning process for me. So I'm going to be working on these during the stream tonight.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And that was my
nice.
It's very cool.
Glued myself.
Very cool indeed. Oh, you glued yourself, have you? So, Red Steph asked, do Warlord do BEF? They do, but they're in a metal range.
The metal.
Yeah, they're the best.
They don't do a plastic kit. It's like a kit bashing gold mine.
Although I've got a mate, Matt, and he's done. I'll try and find a link. He does 3D printer sculpting.
Yeah,
and he did a bunch of additional stuff to add to the late war Brits. So you got the chesting, and the packs. I'll try and dig that link out. I'll put it in the group. I think he's got the STL files on there. But remind me, I'll do that later.
Yeah, definitely. So, shall we talk about the subject, or should we go to Crackcon?
Should we do Crackcon? Should we talk about Crackcon?
Crackcon 2.
Crackcon 2.
Crackcon
2. Yeah. Before we do, I think there's an elephant in the room we need to address.
Oh fuck!
Is this how we know he didn't watch the stream last week?
So Ken, do you think we need to go here or what? I think we do. Steve, what the hell were you doing? Poor old Felix. How old is he? And you were infecting him with your turnip. I mean, I went over there and I saw that and I thought absolutely disgraceful. What was going on?
Your face when Sean was playing as well.
Exactly. Not only did you upset you infected the youth, you also infected the old man. I mean, Jesus, what the hell was going on? And also, Ken, there was this.
Fudge cake.
That is the best thing I've seen.
I am very inebriated at that point.
You did go from 0.
I went from sober to inebriated within about a space of 20 minutes.
I think my favourite part of you was when you rang me and you said, "Why am I covered in bruises?" You kept walking into shit. You just kept walking into shit.
I went back to work and I'm like, I've got so many bruises. I'm like covered in them.
You were just walking into things. You just kept walking into things. You were happy. You were happy.
Yeah, he was very happy drunk.
Walking into things.
Yeah. You were like one of those punch bags. So you hit it and then it comes back up again.
Sorry, I had to play that again by popular demand because apparently putting it on the end was not
a good Ken's been on.
Was not
it's all right. Haley's just in here because I did have to show her that last week. So she appreciated that as well.
I like it. Funny kid has his own kids, but he has the dad dance down.
He does have to.
I couldn't really move very much because
you were full of Baileys. That's
why. The general rule is if you've drank 2 bottles of Baileys, it's a good idea not to move around.
It was when Dave gave him the tequila and then it mixed in his stomach with the Baileys. And then it must have just turned to cheese. The best thing was as well, the next day we were talking morning and he was sitting there in the morning, weren't he? He was like, "Oh, how long?" You left the pub and it was like the walk that got your blood pumping and then got you hammered. And then he was like, "Oh, how long was the walk?" It was like 45 minutes. Like, no, it's like 10 minutes, Ken. You kept on running. You kept on doing like a little burst of energy. Right? It's like the in Shark when they do the quick time march. Where they jog and then they stop.
What I was doing.
You'd run ahead and then you'd wait for us. Like my kids do that. They run ahead and then wait at the road for us to catch up.
Oh my god!
But it was good. But anyway,
Anyway.
Yeah. I won't say never again because you know it's going to happen, don't you? So we'll go through about like some pictures of the day and what happened. So obviously, when we first started in the morning, everyone arrived. Well, people who are hosting games got there for about 8:30, and people who are just playing got there for about 10. And the atmosphere was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? So it was just awesome. So the night before, made up a load of goodie bags. So this was the goodie bag you got.
We did. We were free. We were 3 things short, weren't we? So three people got some 10mm Pendragon models.
Yes.
So if you were them and you got the 10mm Pendragon, well done. You were the special bags.
Before we go on, can I just go slightly back in time to about 5 o'clock on the Friday when you sent that message to us all that basically said the hotel has got the hotel's got no beer.
The hotel has no beer. Yeah, it was your message, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I was
on draft. I meant to say.
I was in.
You upset everyone. You upset everybody.
I was in the car with Jim, and I said, Jim, you're not going to believe this, mate. The hotel's got no beer, and we were like, what? No beer? There's a load of us converging on Derby for this convention, and the hotel's got no beer. Then we walked in, and everyone's drinking beer. And we're like, what? Something doesn't sit quite right here.
Yeah.
Ken meant they had no Budweiser.
No, they had none on draft. That's the sad thing. They drink on draft. It was only bottles. So yeah, it's not a night out for me if I don't drink on draft. But yeah, yes. So what did we get to? So yeah, they were the bags you got, and what did we put in there? It was a mini.
Everyone. There was
dice.
a crew from Perry's. There was the dice. There was some sculpty tools.
Oh yeah, sculpty tools. That was it.
I think that was about it actually.
Yeah, we put some information like leaflets and stuff as well, wasn't there? Like different companies and bits and bobs.
Some people who sent us some bits. People who made the dice and bloody miniatures who kindly donated some prizes for the raffle later on.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna. In the morning, he went and did someone give me a shot of bleach? I think I was still pissed in the morning. To be fair, so yeah, it was a really good day, and here's some pictures of some of the games that we played.
Well, that was. Hang on, you're going out of order. Hang on.
Go on. You go. You do it.
So what I was going to do was because we got I got my Wars of the Roses one set up right behind Yorkshire's table, so I thought I had to put that up because that was the enormous
Italian Wars
table.
That was impressive.
That was someone else. That really was.
It was. I like to think I helped there because that bottom river section was mine because he couldn't find the second river section. So and I had a Last Valley one, so it fitted in. So I like to think I contributed to that.
You're claiming a bit for that, are you?
You see that bit down there that no one wanted that's by the trees? Yeah, that was awesome. That was very, very cool. You could just about see the raffle table in the back behind Ken. With all the giant boxes, you can also see the big box of Hero Quest that somebody won.
Who that was?
It was, but we managed to set up the Barnet game, which went together really, really well. So I think I've got this one. That's pre the slaughter. So
that's pre everyone getting pissed off with everyone.
They were all happy at that point.
Everyone was raring to go there, and was when no one had betrayed anybody yet. That was that all came. A little bit later. So we got that, and then obviously when things got underway. Well, what I love about this photo is that you see the people behind the hedge. That's brave King Edward, who just would not move from behind the hedge, not because Don wasn't trying to move him. He did. And then we had just some shots from the game. I think this was getting quite near the end when Warwick's position looked a bit untenable, but the whole thing ended up as a massive draw. And there wasn't even any way I could just shake it and give it to one person because it was I think it was 26-26. There was no wiggle room at all, but we do have a picture of the brave Neville side. So we've got
minus one.
Matt is minus one. So we've got Matt down there as the hurler boxer. We've got David, who was the Duke of Exeter. And we've got James, who was the Earl of Warwick. You might notice there's only 3 of them. That's because Evil Jim lived up to his name and scuttled round to the Yorkers. So we've got Jim there on the left, who was Marquis Montague. You got Don, who was King Edward. Tony, who was the Duke of Gloucester. Luke, who was Clarence. And then we got Sam, who was Hastings. And it played cracking, even though people did change sides. But I just want to nip it. So Jim betrayed the cause of the Nevilles, and there was this moment of absolute undiluted rage on James's face when he got betrayed. He was only there for like 2 seconds. I think at that moment he could have just throttled him. And then we were sitting in the pub later on, and I looked over, and the 2 of them were sitting near each other, and it looked like they were trying to reconcile.
James has still got that look of, I'm still disappointed in you.
Someone said, what's he got in his pocket? What's he holding on to in his pocket?
It's literally, he's got sorry, no smoking, but sorry. That's what Jim's just like thinking. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was the bad brother. But yeah, it worked really well. So no, a big thank you to everyone who took part in that big game, because that went down. It worked really, really well. And my evil little tricks weren't that evil, apart from when I got to let the Yorkers deploy a bit closer. But
that was quite a sneaky little move. But it had to be done. But yeah, so it was really cool. So you've got what we got here. We got pictures of the Napoleonic game that was happening upstairs. It was kind of like a rematch, the original. Because last Crackcon, there was a massive game of Napoleonics going on. We hosted it, didn't we? Some of the guys that played the original game played our game, but there was still like originals playing that game. I remember Steve Harbour was playing, Chris was playing. It was French versus British.
Felix, John,
Felix, yeah. But it was a really good. I think they had a really, really smashing game. And
every time I came past, it was they were having a right old ding dong. It was serious to and fro. It was a good old game.
Do you know what the best part is, Martin? We managed to, like, some of these people hadn't painted any Napoleonic figures, and they bought some painted Napoleonic figures after we'd done that game, and that's all their Napoleonics.
It's brilliant.
Which is really, really cool.
Well, actually, I've got to give a big shout out. Sorry, can I just quickly nip back? I should say, the number of people, so half those models on that board are mine. The other half, these guys all brought along, and I think a lot of people painted them up personally. I know Matt and Don purposely were working on stuff to get them ready. Tony as well. And David, I think they worked so hard to make sure that they had enough models, and people were donating models like for either side. So it was really cool just to see that, because of course the message groups beforehand were quite funny, because the Neville players, the Lancastrians, if you like, they were always like coming up with like these like really cool battle plans, and I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been James. Even did a map in paint. I can say all this now. I've been holding on to it for months. I shouldn't put it on it. And it was brilliant. It was amazing. And you had the Yorkists, and they were basically, they were talking a little bit of tactics, but they were mainly about like, this is what my unit's going to look like. This is how, look at these flags. They're going to look so cool as they die on the battlefield. So
I know.
It was really fun.
It was really cool. And the other cool thing is Jim had no idea until the start of the game that his personal objective was to switch sides. So he didn't know at all. So, but then he had to decide, was he gonna?
Yeah, he didn't have to. Yeah.
If Jim didn't switch sides, that battle would have gone a very different way.
They'd have won. The Yorkists would have lost. They'd have lost. Yeah, they'd have lost. It was Jim that switching sides that swung.
Sorry, Jim. We're dropping you even more in it now. But yeah, so you got over the top view of games that were going on. So. You've got our game that's at the very bottom there. Then behind us, we had what was it?
ECW with Miller.
ECW, Miller was playing ECW,
and then Warwick or Kincaid, and I've forgotten the name of the chap he was with. I'm very sorry. Who helped co-write it? They're demoing Soldiers of Napoleon.
Yeah, Soldiers of Napoleon. That's it. And then there was bolt action going on in the corner.
Bolt action, Dead Man's Hand. That's just Ian chatting. And right at the back, you can see the muddy field. That's Ste.
Yeah.
That's
anywhere muddies. That's where Ste.
That was where the rude vegetables all were.
Yeah, right at the back. We didn't take Don. Sorry,
I tried to get him left in the out by the bins at the back, but he wouldn't go.
Yeah, Don wanted the whole place to be screened off to stop people from being infected by it.
I still think that's
mate.
a possibility. Should we do Crackcon?
He's gonna picket it next time. He's gonna stand there like one of the, like just picket it, like say no to turnips.
Say no to turnips.
Just look
Yeah,
away.
yeah. They look. Steve's models looked even more beautiful close up, which was awesome.
But Steve didn't bring the snail.
I didn't bring the snail.
Yeah,
I
he
was-
gets
I
negative
was
votes
sad.
for that. No, that's not good.
But yeah,
I couldn't. I honestly, I couldn't fit it in anywhere. It was. I was contemplating it, but I didn't want to break it. So no. I'll bring it next time.
So it was a. Oh yeah, that was our little announcement thing, wasn't it? It was a very.
Well, that's where we were trying to decide whether or not just to jump.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You're declaring it open at that point, I think.
This picture made me crack up when I watched it back. When I was looking back, I just like the look of Matt's face. It's not just me; it's just like Matt's like, "Fuck you."
That is a look of utter contempt.
Yeah,
I can't decide if it's with you or the situation that's brewing. Because he was Oxford, and his men, the red men.
They come out of the pub.
Yeah, but they stayed there for 2 turns, didn't they? And then they come out. They did the exact opposite of what they did in real life, which was like go charging off the other end of the board. This time they're like, "Nah, lads, change the tactics this time. We're gonna wait, and then we're gonna relieve it at the last minute."
Yeah, it was really cool, man. It was really nice actually. Like, just watching how it played out compared to like the real battle, really smart. And we got somebody.
Oh, Haley. Yeah, there she is. Yeah,
doing raffle tickets.
She is doing raffle tickets. So yeah, they. So we are. Well, we're still totaling everything up, aren't we? Dom?
We are. We should say thank you to everybody who donated. I know a lot of people brought along some stuff for the day. We also had some great stuff from the Perrys as usual. Offensive were very generous with a whole regiment of
bloody
Graham.
Sent the whole of the latest wave, which I think Miller somehow co-opted most people into giving him.
Yes,
I believe.
Yes,
I think he threatened to cry if they didn't.
Yeah, I think that was mentioned.
Yeah, well, that's true. Because then he'd get all like snotty in his beard and tears in his beard, and it'd be sad.
It would have been ugly, wouldn't it? Yeah. So thanks to everyone who donated. Graham at Grey Green Printing gave us the Caballero figures as well, which was fantastic. And of course, Ian at the shop. As usual, huge amount of stuff.
Yeah.
So we think it'd probably be around about £500 we're going to be able to give to Mind this time, hopefully,
which is absolutely
amazing.
Fantastic.
Steve, you got to try this beautiful little game, didn't you?
Blood and Plunder. Absolutely fan. If Jane in the chat, massive thank you for running that game. It was a great game. It's one of those games. I was talking to Alex about it. You play if you play one or two turns, you got the mechanic straight away, which is always a sign of a great game when you can you grasp it so early. And it was just good, and the mechanics work, and it's card driven, and it's very much do you activate first but with less actions with your different troops. It was a really cracking game. I really enjoyed it. I lost because I think Mark's he might be in the chat as well. I played against Mark, and some of our dice rolling was absolutely horrific. Horrific was the only way to describe it. But no, I had a great time. It was just such a really good game to play.
It also, even if you've got no interest in this game, that rule book.
Oh God, yeah,
that's the best rule book you will ever see.
Oh my word!
Oh no.
Yeah,
very
that's
cool.
it. James, when you're watching, we've already had like a couple of messages. I don't really think you get a choice. I think you have to bring it next time. I don't think you have a choice. Sorry,
mate.
But you do have to. You probably should dress up as a pirate as well. I think that would be sort of mandatory.
Yes.
And bring some rum.
Ken. Yeah, bring some rum. Add some Baileys for Ken.
I was still. This. Oh yes, I'll stand guard at the door and wait for the Baileys and rum.
Jesus.
Why did we take that picture? I can't even remember.
Because you're a massive
cock.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll go with that one. Oh dear, oh dear. Where's the one that I said? Oh yeah, and there's a couple of there was one of with a night out that I got a picture of. It just got popped up on Facebook just a minute ago. So this was all us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
In
I've
the-
got a picture of
in
them
the
on the
very-
night out, but I can't share it.
Extremely rough place. That's the best word I can say.
I think they're really amazed that we go in there. The doorman was sort of looking at us, going, "It's always this sort of like, why are you here?
There's no one under 30 here. Why are you
What are
here?"
you doing?" No, that was cracking. It really was.
TurnipCon, yeah. David was my opponent at Crackcon for my very, very first proper game of Turnip 28. And we ran out of time. We only played 3 turns, but we had a great game. And the actions of Gonzo will not be forgotten.
What the hell am I drinking? I thought I was only on Bailey's. What is that?
You weren't. Where? Which one? I can't even see where your drink is.
My hand.
It's vodka. You had a vodka and Coke.
Yeah, you did.
You were drinking vodka as well. So
you
you were drinking Bailey's. You had beer to start, then you had Bailey's, then you had tequila, courtesy of Dave. Cheers, Dave. There. And then you had vodka and Coke, and then you disappeared. So yeah, no, it was all good.
I got an Uber.
We've got the and you think you've lost your driving license?
Yeah, and I think I've not like disqualified, but I think I've actually lost a physical driving license. But yeah, I can't find it anywhere. So somewhere.
Should we chuck up that picture? Because
somebody took it as a memento of the night.
Yeah. Oh, that one hard. So I hope.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. There is everyone, or more or less everybody, I think. So you might notice some other YouTube personalities there, especially there with the red braces on the on the right. Everyone's in there, but no, everyone there, which was fantastic, and I know that the shop probably did it particularly well. I think
the sale corner over there did rather empty.
Well,
didn't it?
It's important. It's a great venue, and it's important. And again, it's just good to support, your local shop. So you've got this kind of game thing. So there was a big thank you to Ian. I know we pay to use the space, but him and his team do go above and beyond to accommodate us. And it was awesome. And we even got some people who had never played historicals. Dom, you were running Dead Man's Hand for a couple of people, weren't you?
Yeah, although it's obviously not really historical, is it? But yeah.
No, but it's close. No, but it's closer than 40.
It was close enough. It was closer than 40k, which is what it's used to.
Yeah, definitely.
We had a good old game.
It was a. Oh well, there he is. There he is. Oh, but yeah, Kaiser, I need to get in touch with you because that bridge I was telling you about, I just realised you've got all the roads now. Why do I need the bridge? So if you want the bridge, you can have it. I just need your address because I don't know why I didn't put the bridge with them. Because now I've got a bridge that I don't have. I can't have the right roads for it.
The bridge to nowhere.
Yeah, it was a fantastic day. But there'll be stay tuned because we might have a little bit of news later. Yeah, or some possible news. Some possible
news. Yes.
Some rumblings.
I don't want to know about the rumblings.
The rumblings. The babies
rumbling my tummy.
Can we just finish up? Can we just say, I know we've talked, obviously people, I don't know, maybe people have just tuned in to hear about Ken's horrific hangover. But the next day, also I got in trouble because I went and got you a drink at breakfast, but not my wife.
Yes.
But the best thing was of course everyone watches. Ken tried to do travel there on the cheap, didn't you? Mm-hmm. So you got a very cheap ticket, but it did mean, what was it, taking 2 trains and a coach or something like that. So of course, Ken on the way there, very very pleased with himself, very very smug, and then he got battered. The fire alarm went off at 7:45 in the morning, much to everyone's annoyance, especially Haley's. I think there would have been blood if it had turned out to have been one of us. And then got downstairs, and Ken's battered is hanging by a thread, absolutely hanging by a thread. He is mortal, and he's basically sweating Baileys. And then of course he has to get two. He has because he was so cheap. He's now got to get two trains. But you had to walk from where? Waterloo to King's Cross.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, but
With a hangover.
Yeah, with a hangover, but I had to spend 4 hours on the coach on the way down.
But what happened when you walked across London? What did you get caught up in?
Oh, I got caught up in the protest to the war, so I got caught up in that.
And we were all driving back, and as we were getting these updates, it was just filling me with absolute joy. Absolute pleasure.
None of you have mentioned my little trick that I did on both days.
Oh, the fact that you stole breakfast?
I did not steal breakfast.
Well, you stole breakfast, and then you claimed on the Sunday that when the fire alarm went off, that you were going to go and try and get money.
That was beyond the pale.
Yeah, we wouldn't let you do that.
But I said, if you tell them that, I will dob you in for nicking breakfast for 2 days.
I did not steal. I was not asked to pay. I would have paid if someone asked. Just saying.
Can we throw him off his own podcast?
Ain't James a copper?
That's true. Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. Nick him, Dano.
He'll arrest me next time we go up there. Yeah, James has the final say.
Please.
It's all right.
Can I just say as well, a big thank you to the hotel for providing me with a plate full of gherkins. That was
oh yes, I'd forgotten about that. Oh,
that was a nice touch. You ask for an extra gherkin for your burger, and they bring out about 8 pieces of it, and I was just sat there with a fork eating gherkins.
I think we should probably avoid the talk about food at the hotel, because I think Miller, having lost his burger last time, and then the burger incident that happened this time, and then just, but yeah, it was an amazing time. So
cracking day and evening.
Oh dear. But yeah, no, it was a great time. It was really good. Yes. You got cheese and a vegan cheeseburger. But you didn't say. You didn't ask for no cheese.
You didn't ask for no cheese.
It's a vegan. Vegan.
Oh dear.
The person unfortunately didn't understand that cheese was an animal byproduct, but yes, it's fine. They now know and understand. I wonder how many bits of cheese they've sent out in the past. I'm thinking it's like halloumi or something.
Well, I'm just going, because if that had probably ended up on your plate, you'd have probably been suing them. So
yes, this is very true.
Oh, another big shout out to Ken, Yorkshire Gamer, for managing to have 3 hotel rooms in the space of 4 hours. Because he was sat in his aircon was broken. So he was sat in sub-zero temperature. So I went down. I saw him in the bar, and he had like icicles hanging off his face. It was like Scott of the Antarctic. It really was.
Yeah, but I thought he was from Yorkshire, and we were really tough. I mean, it's just they just make him feel at home, weren't they?
Must mean he's from Lancashire.
My favourite thing about Jesus Christ. My favourite thing about Ken. Well, my takeaway from that weekend was obviously he put an amazing game on, but it was when he went over to the tea selection and had to came back with tofu.
Oh yeah,
it was spitting blood.
This garbage? What is this? This is what you get on the Yorkshire Tea Factory floor.
Brilliant.
I was complaining in my hotel room that I had more decaf than anything else. Swines.
Yeah, I didn't even get any decaf, Steve, or any biscuits this time. I was rather disappointed.
No, I didn't get any biscuits. I had decaf and Thai food tea.
Yeah,
I know. James and Ken were. You give some guys from York, you give them Thai food tea. That's fighting talk. That's fighting talk.
He couldn't fight. It was too cold.
No, it was a bloody good day, though. It was very good. It was very good. So yeah, that was Crackcon too. That was the roundup.
Another one in the book.
Yeah, another Crackcon down. So yeah, and let's move on to tonight's subject then, gentlemen. The ideal week in hobbying. So, you know the rules. Say it's 7 days. You can do whatever you like. No wife, no kids, no nothing, no responsibilities. Just eat, drink, and sleep. How would you go about it? If you had to sum it up, what would you do?
Beer and games.
I'd probably pinch myself and probably sit there crying with joy for about 8 hours to start with. and then I'd sit there for another 5 hours, nervously just looking at the front door, waiting for them to come back. yeah, I don't know. I'd probably try and split my time. Is this? I mean, is this including like YouTube as well, or are we just saying
no? This is you painting and gaming, anything to do with wargaming, whatever you want to do. It's your time. You've got a week, 7 days. What would you do? Martin would probably spend 4 days planning it.
I was actually about to say. I was actually just sitting there thinking I'd probably spend 2 days planning a massive game. No, I don't know. I think I'd probably start the week maybe a couple of days doing painting and getting like working through projects and try and get.
Is there anything in particular, any particular project that you might like to do within the week? Is there anything that you feel
well,
like you need
I might have had a few drinks at the weekend, and I might have some new models coming.
As long as they're not Carthaginians, you'll be fine.
They are not Carthaginians. These things have muskets. But yeah, I just need to not have my phone on me when I'm drunk. I've any particular project? Yeah, I suppose if we just had any week, I'd probably if we were talking to say a brand new project, I'd probably do the Zulu thing because I reckon I could knock out quite a lot of that very, very fast. So I'd probably work on that. Then midweek, I'd like to have a game. Wednesday midweek is always a good day for some gaming.
Would it be an all-day games?
Probably what I normally like to do if I get that, which is play some kind of big game, sort of like start late morning, game through to about big game to end at about dinner time, get some dinner, and then play like either ball games or small skirmish game in the evening. Just like, as the dessert, if you like, the gaming dessert. And then Thursday, I'd probably spend a few hours trying to work out either how I won or how not to lose so badly. I just need to pick a new tactic, which is winning. Winning is good. That's a good tactic. That's a solid plan.
Are we? We are, aren't we?
Yes.
We are, yes.
To be honest, as well, I'd probably do something which I don't get an awful lot of time to do, which is actually just sit down, or maybe on a Friday night on. God, I sound like Rimmer. And read some. I'd actually just really like to spend some time sitting down with a drink and actually just reading some of my historical books and reference books, because I use them, but I tend to use them like just little like bits and bobs all the time. I look for a single chapter, I'm looking for references. I'd actually just like to sit down and read. I got so I'd probably like to do that. And then at the weekend probably do some more gaming. So I'd like to make as much use of my time to get as many things done as possible, but also
like I say, you don't have to sleep for 8 hours. You can sleep wherever you want.
If I ain't got if my wife and kids ain't here, I'm sleeping, Ken. I'm sleeping, dude. I nearly got 6 hours in that travel lodge if that bloody alarm hadn't gone off. I think I'd do that, and then also I'd work at I like tinkering with things. So I'd probably sit there and set a table up and tinker with rules and bits and bobs and stuff like that. So that's probably what I do. So start up painting, get a game, end the week with some sort of modelling and maybe some research, get more games over the weekend, and then sit there for 5 hours praying that like the door doesn't open and everyone comes back.
That's your ideal week, mate. Awesome.
That is my ideal week. She's just sitting like right here, so I'd like to hear all this.
Should have come through and go.
Right. So her ideal week in wargaming, it all gets thrown in the bin.
Yeah, apart from Urukai, which she really likes. Ask her where they are. She needs to do an army of them.
It's very true. It's very true.
Yes, it's very true. Go on then, Dom. What's yours?
Gaming and beer.
Gaming and beer. Would you just literally game and beer? Would you?
I would just abuse my time and my body even more than it is already. with beer and lots of games. No, actually, to be honest, what I would do. Could I pick it? I can pick any time of year to do this. Could I? So
you can do it whenever you like. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I'd probably do it. Oh shit! It doesn't fit that bit. Oh, damn. I would. Don't do it while you're trying to think. I would. Yeah, I would probably well, two things I'd probably do. One, I would probably get on a plane at the time of something like Adepticon or Historicon and fly over to the US and do, because I always wanted to go and do one of those big US conventions. So that would be one thing if I could do it that way. But if I couldn't, if we weren't allowed to fly or what have you.
Oh no, you can go. Yeah, no, that's cool.
I would, yeah. I mean, as I've always said, it's about the gaming for me. So I would try and fix up with various buddies, yourselves all included, other people, and just literally have a week solidly of gaming. And that would all I would do. I kind of like what Martin says about, sort of sitting down and having a think about periods and other things. But no, I think just a complete blur of games. That would be my
play as much as you want, as many as you can.
Just constant, one after another, having a few beers.
Games you didn't have a chance to play that you wouldn't normally play. You can play.
Yeah. And not have to worry about time limits or putting everything, whatever. That would be it. And in between, go down the pub, have a couple of beers, have a bit of a laugh, and then.
Well, you could always have a draft tap installed in your little cave.
Yes, I could.
There's no hint there at all.
My Dom, I'll send you this thing. My friend's got this whole thing from America. It's like it's set up in his house, like in a utility room, where it's actually got all the hops and everything in it, and it's brewing. And it's like a whole system made by Brewdog. Wild. And then he's got the brass pipes that go under his lawn all the way to his garage, man cave, where the taps are. But he controls it with an app, and it's like he's got sliders saying like how dark do you want it, how strong do you want it, how good do you want it, and then so he can change it there. And it's even got like a camera on it, so he can sit at work and just look at it. It's like a baby monitor, but for beer.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Well, I've got a monitor in here, so I turn this on when I'm not in here and just watch my figures for a minute. Is that sad? No.
Steve has said so, Dom. So basically, a 7-day Crackcon. Do I hear Crackcon? Do I hear a Crackcon cruise? We'll charter a boat. Although our idea it probably ended up just being a raft on the Norfolk Broads as we like.
Can you imagine? Yeah, I mean, 7-day crack. Actually, you know what? 7-day Crackcon. That would be a hell of a laugh, wouldn't it? I think we'd have to pace ourselves on the Bailey's front, but that kind of idea.
Yeah, that could get very, very messy very quickly.
Could be very, very ugly. Yeah. But I mean, that'd be great, wouldn't it? I mean, that sort of just the fun of everybody just having a really good time playing lots of silly games, playing something they don't necessarily play very often or have ever played before. That's fantastic.
It's Steph has got a good shout, which is he'd play a campaign of interlinked battles over the whole week.
Yeah, man.
That would work.
That is awesomeness.
Yeah, like that.
Dom's week. People would think you spend the whole week speed painting.
No, I would not. No. Guys, you don't know me yet. I only paint because I have to. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't do it. I'd game the whole time. At some point, I will get to the point where I think I've got enough figures, and that will be it, and I won't ever touch anymore.
That's a lie. That is a lie. It's true. That is no, it's not.
I didn't say what point I'd actually get to that, Martin, but I said at some point I will get to that.
I'm just waiting for the point that we log on a Monday, and then behind him he's basically gone down the job centre or something, and he's got people sitting there painting at like some station behind him.
Don't worry, they're on minimum wage. It's fine.
They're under. Oh no, I won't say they're under there because that gives a complete misconception.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, so that's Dom's week. Dom with game. What about yourself, Steve? What would you do? How would you organise your week?
Okay, there's a few things I would need before I start the week.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's your ideal week, so you can have whatever you like.
A good supply of Vimto.
Vimto?
Because you can't paint without Vimto. I would then need...
I thought you were going to say fruity beer.
Still. Oh, no, that's the Friday.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He hasn't got to that yet. He's only on Monday.
my week would just... My ideal week would just be painting with no distractions. Just painting 10, 12 hours a day on just anything. Just imagine it would be a full day of kit bashing Turnip 28.
Yeah.
Imagine that I've got 60 boxes of Perry's miniatures behind me for me to cut up and
Which Perry miniatures?
All of them.
All of them.
All of
A whole lot.
Yes.
I feel we need Michael on here again. I think we need to get him to sort you out at some point very soon.
You need to do some. You need to do some turnip stuff with maybe some of that ACW range, Steve.
Yes. I'm actually thinking about my third regiment. I need to get onto that, but I've not decided what it's going to look like. I might do those. Remember these Napoleonic beastmen that offended Dom so much?
Yes.
Because I said, is this Napoleonic painting? And you were adamant, and you said no, it wasn't.
No, it was not Napoleonic painting.
They've got British uniforms on.
I don't care.
That's what makes it worse for him. Do you remember? I remember before I even came on the stream, I did that command base for the Becker's commands, and I did a British soldier was getting bayoneted on it, and Don was on. You guys are on here, and he's going, "Did you see that one that Martin did?" British guy getting stabbed. There was no.
Yeah, and we
difference.
still let you on, for God's sake.
Yeah,
I
I
still
know.
think that was a mistake.
No, I just think a week.
Bricker City is now googling Vimto. It's a rather nice drink.
If someone said to me, right, you've got, I'd have 5 days of painting, kit bashing, modelling, getting myself covered in paint and glue, listening to.
Would you have some?
Oh God, yes, I'd need metal on. Literally all day. That's what it would be. And then on the Friday, I'd get Ian, my good gaming buddy, round. We'd start the day off with a swift, full cooked English breakfast.
Good choice.
Very nice.
And then we'd play a moderately sized bolt action game, because people know that I don't like big games of bolt action.
No.
Then I would kick back at night. I'd put Kelly's Heroes on.
Oh, good choice.
I'd open a nice bottle of Chili and Merlot,
Mm-hmm.
and then that'd be the night. And then I'd probably watch Weekend at Bernie's after that.
So that's Friday. What about your Saturday and Sunday, though, Steve? What about your Saturday and Sunday?
It's going to save time for Fury.
Probably a bit more gaming. Probably a bit of Hero Quest, some X-Wing, some Magic the Gathering, sort of the smaller specialist games that we used to play. But for me, the big thing would be just 4 or 5 days of uninterrupted painting.
Oh, yeah.
I'd come out like just so zen, and like nothing would bother me anymore. I'd be like, yes, 5 days of painting. I've painted 40,000 points worth of bolt action. Yes, it's been a good 5 days.
No,
I've painted 40,000 points of bolt action or one French drummer.
one French.
It would be a complete French drummer free zone.
Yeah.
Because it really should be just not there.
It just should be.
It just shouldn't be there. No.
I think for a dare one day we should get Steve on a live stream to do a French drummer.
For charity.
For charity, yeah. For charity, now you got to do it, Steve, because it's for charity.
Yeah, but you see people and they can paint them, and I can't. I've tried. I've said it before. We know Dirty Harry Mann's got to know his limitations. My limitations are Napoleonics. That's what I said. I said that to Felix at Crackcon when he had that massive French army. I said, you've painted more Napoleonics in the past sort of 9 months than I've painted. I mean, it took me 3 years to paint 30 of them.
Gary would pay for that.
Oh, don't. You're going to guilt me into painting a French drummer now.
Yeah, Lazy Pirate Painting put in for me a couple of days painting, eating and drinking, a couple of days playing a big game, a couple of days at a tournament, and finally a nice war game show. Oh, and the week off to recoup.
That's very true.
The thing is, I was going to say then, if I can just paint. I love, if I'm in the zone, I can paint and paint and paint. And this was demonstrated, unless I've got no distractions, because people know I do play a lot of video games as well, so that does take up a lot of my time as well.
Yes.
But about 3 years ago, my telly broke. My main telly in the living room broke, so I had no telly. I ordered one that it was being delivered the next day. I had no telly, so I couldn't watch YouTube on my telly. I couldn't play video games. I painted to almost 3 o'clock in the morning because I had
Nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do. So I remember I was painting a Panther tank, and I just sat there and painted and painted and painted, and I went, "Oh bloody hell! It's 3 o'clock in the morning," and I didn't realize what time it was because I just had nothing to distract me, nothing that I need to go and do, like play video games. I just painted and painted. I think that's that. If I had like 4 or 5 days to do that, I honestly think I'd get deep vein thrombosis from not moving from my chair.
Yeah, you would move.
We just end up like the thing in Blade. It's just
Yes,
I'd
I'd be one with my chair, literally.
I mean, of course, this is assuming, of course, that we didn't all meet. Like, if we had a week off to do PCP, and we just ended up like, just doing some kind of like a big battle report. But I don't know what we'd actually do because none of us. I don't think we all have the same. Is there anything we all get that's the same? Bolt actions, probably.
Bolt action.
Yeah,
bolt action. Yeah.
But then Steve doesn't do a massive game of bolt action, so we're screwed there.
I
would do a campaign.
I could make an exception. No, I think for me, it's 1,000 points. 750 to 1,000 points is a good afternoon's game. You get enough interesting things on the table, and you're not basically the dice bag's not going to weigh £4 because there's that many dice in there.
Yeah,
and I think that when we did that, what me and my mate did was 3,000 points, and that was like I don't know what that was. It was awful. I mean, it's a good game, but it just went on for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, I've done the same, Steve, and we made the mistake. There is an optional rule that says just use 13 dice.
Yeah, I think we'll be doing. If we ever do that again, we'll be doing that. But no, we tend to play 750 to 1,000. But no, for my ideal week, it'd be painting for sort of 75% of it, and then gaming for 25%.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's cool. So for myself, for an ideal week. So for me, it is all going to be gaming orientated, and like Dom, it would be going to Adepticon because that would be it'd just be amazing, wouldn't it, Dom? Honestly, I'm thinking about it next year. I'm not lying. Generally thinking about going next year.
Yeah,
I would love to go. I've run it past Laura, and she said as long as like it's all right. And no, she didn't say as long as I don't come back. She said, she goes, as long as you've done the majority of the house stuff, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Everything I can go. So there you go. So I'm probably going to end up going next year. It's in March, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's in March. So yeah, it works out quite nicely for when to go. So I probably will, because we looked at flights this year, didn't we? It was like 70 quid or something. So next to nothing, wasn't it? So yeah, maybe I'm going to end up doing that. So that'd be like my first couple of days. That actually, to be fair, that would round the week off. That would be the last 2 days. That would round the week off to 7 days. So first couple of days, I would play a board game, that Rommel one. Do you know the biggest board game in the world?
Oh, that North African one, yes.
The North African campaign. I would play that. I would play that for 3 days. And I would play that with somebody and actually have a massive game of it and just do that for 3 days. Because there's no other time that I'm ever going to be able to do that and leave it out and open. Well, actually, I could now in the loft, actually, thinking about it. Oh, where can I get that from? Yeah, Battle for North Africa or something like that. It's called, isn't it? But actually, no, I'll think about that later. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. So yeah, I would play that. That'd take 3 days, 2 days for the Adepticon, and then again, like Dom, it's going to be gaming again with friends and just just gaming as much as I can. Smaller games though, so like games like Battlefleet Gothic, Epic, Middle Earth, doing a campaign on Middle Earth for the last couple of days. Just stuff that I can play multiple quicker games of. Maximum 500 points of bolt action it would be. But like I'd like to try games that I've not played before, but it'd be interesting. See, sometimes a week's not long enough, is it? You want 2 weeks.
You're changing the rules already, Ken.
It's your fantasy. You can do what you like.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at my fellowship and I'm thinking, I'd love to do the fellowship campaign, the Quest of the Ring Bearer book. That would be really good, and that would be really good, and that would be really good.
Listen, I'm sure Laura would be very understanding and let you have a week every month.
Exactly. Laura doesn't come into the equation because she doesn't exist in my fantasy world.
I take it she's not very close to you at the moment.
I am in the top right-hand corner of my house with 1, 2, 3 doors between me, and she's at the far end downstairs. So I'm perfectly safe.
And you think she won't have heard that still?
Ken, you're live on the internet as well.
I am
quote, in my fantasy world, my girlfriend doesn't exist.
Yeah. Can someone get a recording of that? Oh, yeah, hang on.
Oh dear, she knows I love her. No, but you know what I mean. It's just if I could just do that for that week, it would definitely be along the gaming line. But oh dear, all of a sudden Laura can't work YouTube. Oh dear. Ken won't exist if she sees this.
That's true. He's dead. Dead meat.
Oh, it's an interesting one.
She knows what I'm like. She knows I'm joking.
It's just
as long as I don't say about the cat not existing, then I'd be
dead. Another thing that sprung to mind. What about a bit of? Would any of you do any live streaming during your week?
Yeah.
No. Maybe
I might do.
Games, yeah.
I'd love to.
I haven't done one for a while, actually. Live stream. I was thinking about that the other day, but yeah, I probably would. Just if I not like I remember Stugmaster did that 24-hour one. I don't think I could do that. He was a brave man doing that because
I did try and volunteer us to do that, didn't I? But you guys shut me down very quickly.
No chance, mate. No chance.
Yeah. You could barely make it for a 2-hour stream. How are you going to do 24?
Yeah. Ken, ever very brave or very stupid?
Yeah. It's a toss-up between them.
Based on previous evidence, what do you think that one? What do you think the answer to that one is?
No comment.
You could do that. Yeah, look, Shaco, 7 days live from the shed. Yeah, maybe I'll just come down to your shed for 7 days.
Yeah. We'll just go around.
They're just putting finding getting high speed cable in just outside.
I was going to say that they would dig. I was going to say, Dom, they were digging out the other week when I popped.
Yeah, they just did the end of our road and out on our driveway.
Lovely.
So I may be able to actually do some live stream gaming, which I would love to do.
That would be rather good.
But when they tie all the knots up or whatever they do.
Yeah, you'll get sorted. You'll be all right. This time next year, you'll be fine.
Ken, did you say thank you to everyone watching on the replay?
He didn't.
I don't think he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Thank you, everyone, for watching on the replay. We've got your back, even if Ken doesn't.
Yeah.
And also, please like the video because it does help.
Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff.
I know you do. I've waited about 6 months for that.
Yes.
There you go, Ken.
Thank you, everybody watching on the replay. Campaign for North Africa. It takes well over 1,000 hours a week. Wouldn't cut it, and it goes 400 quid or more on eBay. Right? Okay, I can 400 quid. Yeah, me not having to eat for 6 months, but yeah.
You don't pay to eat anyway. You just take food.
Get out. 1,000 hours. Ooh. I could leave it set up in the loft, though. I could. I don't think I could justify a 400 quid board game to Laura. Generally, I don't think even I would get away with that. So, unless I was a very good boy, I don't know what I'd have to do.
Not going to happen.
No, I'd have to seriously have a massive pay rise. Or no, it's not going to happen. Or have like the most on call I've ever had in my life. And just not stop working for a month to do that. So yeah, no, it's not going to happen. That's my dream gone. Unless someone always wants to donate to me, then I'd.
Would someone want to swap Hero Quest for it?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that's a good
you lot
idea.
said Hero Quest would be in the background, and look where it is.
I just thought another one. I just thought of another.
You can see like one little bit of it.
Yeah, so you can see the barbarian's foot.
I just thought of another thing you could do, or might do. It could be interesting, as long as it didn't get any copyright strikes or copyright claims or anything like that. What I'd want to do is stick a GoPro camera to my head, and then just do painting and kit bashing. No, with a big strap thing. So people could get like a Ste point of view while I'm painting and kit bashing, while like Slayer or Anthrax is blasting out behind me.
We just need to have a moment, just a moment's silence for Alex.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh,
He
dear.
spilled his Agrax.
Yeah.
It's not known oil though. You're not part of the club yet. It was
And now you
glossy
only
one,
be,
though.
now the thing is when you get the next one, it'll just be that shiny stuff.
It'll just be that shiny
Yeah.
crap. That's why I don't use Agrex anymore. Have you ever noticed if you knock over a wash, it always happens in like ultra slow motion?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
no.
You still can't quite get to it in time, can you?
No, you just sit there and watch it, and you're like, you know what's going to happen, and you just watch it happen,
Yeah.
and then you swear about it happening. Yeah.
Yeah. You literally have that millisecond to think bollocks, and then it happens.
You think I'm going
And
to be
that's
£4? I'm going to be £4.25 lighter after this.
Yes, and that's where it is, and the hero quest box will remain.
Yeah.
Like that. No,
Yeah,
why,
well-
man? I really want to play that.
Have you-
Mate,
have
I've
you
actually got
looked at
Laura
the figures?
convinced. Yeah, the figures are all right. I'm a bit disappointed though. They're rubbery. They're that rubbery.
Yeah,
bendy
they're not
plastic.
hard plastic.
No, which is a shame. I'm gonna have to varnish them. Ugh. Gonna have to varnish. I don't like varnishing. But yeah, no. Apart from that, but yeah, I've actually convinced Laura to play a board game. And it's not Snakes and Ladders, Stardew Valley that I bought. So I've convinced her to play it. I've convinced her to play it, right? So she's actually going to play it. So if I can get her into board games slowly, and then get her onto Hero Quest. But the only thing that I worry about is then she'll know how much models cost, and she obviously you can see how many I have displayed right now.
She'll also beat you.
Yes, with a very large bat.
Do it.
Solidarity for you right there.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate.
Voice in the background. Do it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
do it. There's Ste TV.
That's a terrifying concept, isn't it?
Ste TV.
How
Just
much?
revolve around painting metal and coffee.
Yes.
And weird beers.
I've got part of the original, not the full set for the original. I'm missing some parts, so that's why I was so happy when I got this, because I literally, if I can convince Laura to play Hero Quest, my God, I'm going to be like the happiest person ever.
Okay, just to expand it then, on your Wargaming Ultimate Paradise week, if you could have one guest to hang out with for 1 day.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, now that's a...
That is a cracker. They've got to be alive, though.
Yeah,
Can't be just...
there's an advantage of them being alive. You can actually
they
talk
can't be
to
a
them
dead person.
without getting the Ouija board out.
Oh, that's really interesting, actually.
Can I game with Napoleon and beat him?
What beat him figuratively or literally?
Yeah, but he's a tiny little chap, isn't he? I'd just smack him over the head with something, wouldn't I?
I can't believe we've gone from Ultimate Wargaming Week to assaulting historical personalities.
Yeah.
Okay, so which historical character would you like to twat? Go on.
Adolf Hitler, but there we go.
Oh yeah, well that's different.
Yeah.
He had to go there, did he? No.
There's a knock at the door, and I opened it. Someone stood there in a French drummer's uniform, and out comes the aluminium baseball bat. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's all good.
You've really got me thinking now, Steve. Who would I put? Maybe Sean Bean.
Sean Bean.
Are we just picking
What?
anyone out? Is it got to
Just
be someone
random
who's
people?
involved? In
No,
games?
not gonna be. They can be anybody.
Oh, they can literally be anyone. I
Yeah.
was saying Sean Bean just because of Sharp.
I imagine that Sean Bean would just like walk away really
Yeah.
fast.
Can you really imagine him playing Toys
No.
R Us? I don't know. He'd say just go bastard all the time and walk off. Wouldn't
Yeah, that would be rather cool, though.
I'm sure you could. These celebrities do these things where you pay £10 and they do a little message for you. I'm sure he probably does somewhere little thing saying bastard to people.
They should do. Miller's just said that mine would be Henry VII. What, some historical character to batter? We'll leave that there. I'm sure there's actually someone else. I'm sure there's someone else said that deserves a slap in history, and I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Henry Cavill. Mark's saying, yeah, that's a good shout. It's quite a cool little show. Yeah, because he likes 40k, doesn't he? Plays 40k.
Yeah,
he does.
He is a what they called? Oh my
Celebrity.
god! No, the guys he plays, they're the gold guys, custodians.
Oh yeah,
custodians. He plays those. Really likes custodians. Which, to be fair, I quite like the look of if I was to do a 40k army again. We'd definitely probably be custodians. No, do I? That's really stumped me, Steve. I'd probably have to say the Perrys, wouldn't we? Michael and Alan.
Well, I don't know.
Either
that or just I don't know. I'd get Graham Turner to come around and just paint as many pictures as he can of exactly what I want.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it takes him months, but I'm sure he could just speed through.
Paint job. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a tricky one. I'm going to think about that.
Battle Knights is saying Al Murray.
Yeah, that'd be quite.
Yeah, that's an
interesting. He's big into his military history, isn't he?
Yeah, you got Bernard Cornwall.
Yeah,
it's quite a few. So yeah, no, that's it. It's a good little twist on it, Steve. To be fair, that was a very interesting.
I don't know.
Twist.
I don't know. The thing is, I came out with that question. I've got no idea who I would choose.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I don't know.
Road, Simon Miller. Yeah. Oh, there's quite a few, isn't there? Oh, Lionheart would ask.
I know. Look at Lionheart. He'd ask Dom.
Oh, only because you paint I paint an army for you. Not because you want me. That's just my life story. That nobody wants me. They just want me goodies.
Yeah. Just want you to paint figures. Yes, please. Colonel Mike Snoop.
What about? Would you go with someone like a Donald Featherstone or a?
I thought you were about to say Donald Trump then.
Somebody else I want to smack with a baseball bat. No, just sort of a classic game. Money. They probably have the most boring rule set you'd ever. Go on for
Richard
hours
from the Lardies, Gary Sane.
Yeah,
that'd be
a good shout. Actually, any of the Lardies would be a laugh, wouldn't they?
Definitely.
And the Perrys would be a laugh too.
Yeah, I think the Perrys would be absolutely hilarious. And I think their after curry would be even better.
We did get an invite up there.
Yes, I know, Dom. You've got the contact, sir. You've got the contact.
I might have to. Well, I've been
ring that contact bell.
I want to tell you.
Yes.
I said, "Oh, not you again."
Keeps nagging us with bloody miniatures. But yeah, no. So it was a really, really interesting one, to be fair. And what about if you going off on a tangent on the wargaming side? What about if you had to have an alcoholic beverage an alcoholic, a soft drink, and a tea or a coffee?
What to enjoy with my wargaming?
No. Yeah, your wargaming week. That's all you could drink. You could have one type of alcoholic beverage, one type of soft drink, and one type of like tea or coffee. What would it be? I'll tell you mine straight away. I'll just cappuccino, Dr. Pepper, and shandies, lager shandies. I like shandies. I just like shandies. I can't help it. I like the taste.
I don't know. Soft drink, probably Lucasade.
Bloody hell, you'd be very
something like that.
You'd be I went to a metal festival, and I went as my mate was doing loads of interviews, and I went as his sort of like +1 for the VIP, but the whole thing was sponsored by Monster Energy drink. And in the VIP area, there was just loads and loads of cans of Monster, and I was a bit like, I was just too cheap to go and buy actual soft drinks. So every time I wanted a drink, I just went back into the VIP area that wasn't beer and just took a can of Monster, and I reckon I had about 10 in 2 days. How did
and then
you
I
not
had
have a collapse?
On the way home, I had to pull over because I started having some kind of strange reaction, and then I couldn't sleep for about 20 hours. That was a long time ago now, but yeah. So probably probably Lucasade. I'd probably be coffee. I don't know what type of coffee, just coffee. And then it would probably be it'd probably have to just be. I mean, I quite like Ghost Ship. I quite like Adnams Ale, so I'd probably like Ghost Ship or something that's like a nice, easy drinking session beer. So otherwise, I'd be battered before like it would just go wrong, and I want to enjoy my.
I'm going to change my Dr. Pepper to Iron Brew because I just remembered Iron Brew actually. Iron Brew.
Mine would be Vimto. Vimto, some nice coffee, and Old Speckled Hen.
Good old Speckled Hen is a good option. It'd be Pepsi Max. I'm into white tea at the moment. Don't know why. I'm really into white tea.
White tea.
It's not actually just tea with milk. It's a white tea blend. It's very nice.
Oh, yeah, you've got all those posh teas, haven't you?
Yeah. No, basically they are. They're not actually posh at all, but they're just I picked them up. I think
the healthy ones
years ago. Anyway, that was lovely. And I don't know, alcoholic. It would either be some sort of nice beer or a nice Beaujolais.
When you say nice beer, do you mean actually a nice beer or like one of Steve's nice beers?
Oh, no, I said a nice beer, not one of his crap. Jesus. Anything fruit based. Well, anything fruit based you go for, isn't it?
I still maintain that there's nothing wrong with drinking a nice pineapple milkshake ale.
I put that to the
if it wasn't pineapple, if it was banana milkshake ale, I'd probably try it.
Oh, you can get banana bread ale. That's really nice.
I'd give it a go. I don't like ale normally. I don't normally like drinking ale because it's warm. Why would you?
The thing is,
warm?
I can't really drink lager these days. Last time I drank lager was when I went out for my girlfriend's birthday in March. Now I managed to drink 2.5 pints of Cobra at a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And then I was just bloated and I felt I just didn't feel well at all. So
no, you had a lager when we were at the curry.
You drank ale on the night out, Ken. I bought you an ale. It was like one of the first things you had.
No, I did. I had Old Speckled Hen at the
yes, I did. House. You had neck oil. That's an ale.
I do not remember drinking that at all.
And that was before you drank the Baileys.
Oh God!
Really?
No wonder it is such a mess.
Jesus, what were you lot trying to do to me?
Nothing. We had fun.
Christ, I need to stay sober.
I was going to tap dance around it, but all right.
I was trying to. The one thing you wouldn't do all night, which I was trying to make you drink lemon juice, but you just wouldn't do that because the effect of lemon with Baileys could have been quite.
Oh yeah,
I remember you trying to do that. Yeah, now
I happened to when we were in that pub.
You did mention it. I think I got a bit obsessed with it after you told me that.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it.
It's lemon. It's a good job. Yeah.
The effect is mildly disgusting unless you like a mouthful of cottage cheese.
No, I do not like a mouthful of cottage cheese.
It was baked hen night, that's for sure. Good fun. Yeah.
I cannot remember even getting back to the hotel. Really,
it doesn't matter. It's the perfect weekend. You had a really good time. Nothing bad happened that I can think of. Because I would have told you because I'll be taking great delight in it. But
I lost my driving license, didn't I? I can't find that anywhere.
That's quite funny.
Can I just point out that on this mad debauch mayhem, I was in my hotel room drinking tea at midnight.
Yeah, that was one disappointment, wasn't it? The bar at the hotel was closed.
I think that's because they knew. I think after the last time, Miller, and Dom actually,
and Dom.
When I went there at 3:30 in the morning. When I got called, when I went down there at 3:30 in the morning to make sure everyone had gone to bed, and I was playing Mother Hen with the reception, going, "Oh, I'm sorry about all this."
They had nothing to play about. They did more money in that weekend than they probably did in the preceding month.
Yep. Yes, I would probably agree to that. You probably did spend a lot of money. Yeah, do you know what's even more annoying about my driving license? I've only just changed the address, haven't I? Because I've moved. And it was free to change the address. It's really pissed me off, that has. Somewhat...
Is it time for some news?
Yes, it is. Oh, yes. Jesus Christ, it's 9:30. Wow. Oh, wait there. Before we go to news, I did just see someone's put something very... Coke Zero, and a Dr. Pepper at the end to round it off. Okay. Crossing obstacles. Coke Zero, Coke. I don't like Coke Zero. It tastes like absolute piss. The green one. What was the green one called? Do you remember they did a green one? Oh, what was that? It was like natural sugar or something like that. I quite like that, to be fair.
Does anyone remember Tab Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
It was water, wasn't it?
It was like clear Coke.
Yeah, didn't they do a Pepsi Clear as well back in the 80s?
I think all kinds of weird sort of attempts to
Coke Life.
con you out your money.
Coke Life, that's it. Coke Life. Yeah, Coke Life. Yeah, that was right. Syrup. But yeah, no, news time. So we still haven't got a news intro, so apologies for that. We'll get one in season 4.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So welcome to the news. Hosted by Dom. There you go.
Thank you. News. There were a few bits and bobs. In fact, I didn't think there was much, and then I found a load. I was on the written. I'm trying to scroll through to it. Hang on, where are we? New version of Lion Rampant is on pre-order for North Star. If you're interested.
Do we know how much that is yet?
It's.
I can't imagine it'll be much.
It's under 20 quid, I think. Maybe something like that. I don't know actually. I haven't looked. But literally this went up today. So if you're interested in the new edition, not out until July, but they're doing a pre-order with a bit of a discount, I think. What else do we have? New Caballero model.
Yeah.
That's Alfonso VI, King of Leon.
Yes, he's based it on the actor in the TV series, DLC TV series. But yeah, he's been putting up quite a lot actually. He's very naughty. He's been putting up lots of stuff. It's just
tease and a half, isn't he? Really nice. So that's the new Caballero figures coming through. Some new knights from Claymore, or Men at Arms, I guess they are.
Very nice.
It's continuing to expand out their range, which is really impressive. Borderlands, I think we talked about this before, but if you haven't already done it, they're doing really good job with the Kickstarter. What I do like about this, and I'm going to give another plug to Ian for doing this one, is the fact that there's actually free unlocked things. If he normally when these Kickstarters come along and it's like, unlock this and you can spend another 50 quid to buy this bottle. It's like, oh, great, thank you. But his is you like, unlock this and it's free. Unlock this, it's free. Yeah. Unlock this, it's free.
Oh, it should
be. It's like, it's the way it should be. So good job, Ian. Wonderful figures. Can't wait to get my hands on the rules. And talk about Kickstarters.
Yay! Oh, look at that.
So new Badges and Burrows goes up on Tuesday. It's only up for 5 days, so if you want to get it, that's what you get. So I don't know. I've never done one of their Kickstarters. Anybody else?
He does do them very quickly. I know that, but yeah, I do really like that. I like the guy at the back with like the cudgel.
That's really good, isn't it? Yeah, I like him. So they're coming up. And the other thing I think most people saw, but not unexpectedly, Victrix are putting their prices up by 10%. Because of all the new costs of everything under the world, in the world.
Pretty much in line with what everyone else has done.
Pretty much what everyone's doing, yeah. So
a couple,
10%. It's not a huge amount, is it? Let's be honest, 10%.
It's not in the great scheme of things, but better than going bust, as somebody said. So yeah,
it certainly is. Yeah, 100% is.
So that's all I saw.
I had a couple of things, and where are they? 1 second. Lost my place. Okay, so Windy Boat Game, Warlord Games, they're releasing American stuff for the 19th century American stuff. This is your bag, lads, not mine. But if you go, there was quite a lot actually on there that they're releasing. So.
Yeah. I didn't know they had any of these ships, Dom.
Yeah, they've had the super frigates out for a while.
No, I didn't know the American Navy back then had them.
Oh yeah, they gave the Royal Navy an absolute thumping.
War of 1812. You know, there's a big loads of naval stuff I mean, I think that's also when we burnt down the White House, weren't it? But,
it is very much so when we did, but that's why it's the White House, isn't it?
That's what. Yes, it wasn't the White. What was it called before the White House?
I don't know. Not the White
Maybe
House.
the presidential.
Not the White House.
But yeah, it burnt down, so they repainted it.
So anyway, yes, there's those. And then this one grabbed my attention. Now, Savage Core is not Savage Core. Beyond the Savage Core is a game that I looked at from Lucid Eye. They do some quite cool pulpy stuff, but this miniature kind of just grabbed my eye, which is this sort of like
Amazon sort of
Amazon Queen riding a Jaguar. Which I just thought was kind of cool looking, but they make everything they do is metal. They don't. They're very proud of this. They do just I think on their website it just says made in metal. Like everything, they're very proud of.
Good stuff. Well done.
But yeah, so I just thought I don't know. I know some people who like painting some sort of sort of weird and wonderful things on here, and I thought that actually looked quite cool and could fit maybe in like games of Frostgrave or any kind of fantasy thing really. Or could you turn up a Jaguar?
You could turn up anything.
Could I turn up a Jaguar? Possibly, unless the RSPCA found out.
I suppose some of the other news I did see in the comments, people said about the dice. Yeah, I meant to put that up during the week. I hold my hands up and I didn't. So we'll be putting up a post about the PCP dice if other people want to buy them who didn't come to Crackcon. We'll put up a post in there just to gauge interest. If enough people are interested, then we'll do another round of dice, and we will do it'll work the same way as before, which is basically we'll do a pre-order, we'll close it on the date, the dice will get manufactured, and then they'll be sent out. So if you're interested, just keep your eyes on Facebook. If you aren't on Facebook but you're interested, pop us an email down below, plasticratpodcast@gmail.com. Pop us an email just so we can gauge interest, because if it's only a couple of people it may not be worth so much in it, but if we can get a few people, if people want them, then we'll definitely do another few. And shall we say
go for it.
Yeah.
So we were kind of adamant that we weren't going to do another Crackcon this year because we were tired and whatever we were saying, and then the dust settled after 2 days and we just sat there and we could.
Why not?
I mean, it's mainly you calling us all up going, I think we should do another one.
I think we had such a good time. So nothing has been decided yet, but we wanted, and I know, and obviously I understand totally that there's people in the chat and people who watch this who can't come. But if we were to organise another one later in the year, given just how hard things are to organise, for the sake of argument, it probably would be in Derby again. We're just wondering what the interest level would be, because again, we would only want to put another one on later in the year if we can get enough interest to go. I've just seen some stuff in the chat. Travel Lodge website opens again. But if people did want to come to one, because we all had to, forget the evening out, which is fun, but it was just such a lovely time. It's such a great time just to do some gaming and to see everybody and just get games played. And, it was just great to meet everyone. So doing them as more regular or just semi-regular meetups where we get these games, organize a few big games, that would be fantastic. So, let us know.
Martin. What rough month?
It would probably be around October, November kind of time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
it'd be October, November. We would still need a little bit of time to set it up, and like I say, it's not set in stone. But if we can get a rough idea of sort of takers, and it wouldn't be, as I say, we just have to see if it would be worthwhile. I do know that the shop will definitely have us back. So, and not just because of the amount of money that gets spent. I think they enjoy having the historical stuff in there, as well as, of course, anything that anyone wants to play. And I think it makes him very happy when he goes around seeing tape. I think there was if we add up all the figures, there must have been more than 10,000 models. Like in that little space, which is probably more than he has at any other time with other games playing.
And so not in concrete, but we have been kicking around an idea for the big game.
Yes.
Massive turnip field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll again, Facebook group, probably post up something in there just to gauge interest. Maybe it would be a little poll or something. But yeah, keep your eyes open and let us know, and we may do another one.
Maybe.
God, what are we doing?
I don't know.
No, it'd be fun. I think we should.
Definitely.
I'm just literally going to poll up right now. The poll is live on the Facebook group. So there
Excellent.
you go. So it's live
Excellent.
right there. So excellent. 7-day event, Ken said.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
We're just going back.
Oh my god. Oh dear. I think.
Oh, there we go.
I think you kicked it off now. Originally called the President's Palace.
On early maps, the building was officially named the Executive Mansion in 1810 to avoid the connotations of royalty. And then, okay, cool. Okay, so I could already see Steve Harbour. Louis said burnout coming. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine.
No, I mean, we did say that if we're going to do it, I mean, we had a lot of help from Alex and Ken and others, and all you guys who put on the Napoleonic game yourselves. So I think we might sort of enlist a bit more help this time in terms of running games.
Some big games, more games, the better. And there would probably, after speaking with the shop, and there'd probably be more tickets this time as well. So, but of course, only if people want to come. But
if people want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
Or if we're allowed out, obviously.
And if we're allowed out, yes. Yeah. So here we go. So I think it's that time of the evening, gentlemen, where we have a look at some pictures.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Excellent. Martin's been looking forward to this.
Just so we can look at you disapprovingly.
Yes. So I of course, have not gone and got any pictures. I'm going to cheat and go to the Facebook group.
I got one up because you
Don got one.
asked. There you go. Because so this is Barry sent this in via email. So Plastic Crack podcast email address down below.
Oh, nice.
Because he's not on Facebook, so I
that's
thought
cool,
you'd
man.
appreciate that. He sent us a whole load of epic.
Very
dreams,
nice.
I think.
He's
French
got more
dragoons.
base ready to go, isn't he?
Yeah,
they're looking really sweet, man.
They're looking good.
They're looking very nice indeed. Looks like he's got. That's the heavy cavalry pack, isn't it?
What did he say in it? Yeah, he said. Yeah, he's working through his cavalry at the moment. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's
there you
really
go.
cool. Wicked. Nice one, Barry.
Now you can cheat. Go on.
Now I can cheat. Excellent.
No, it's not. It's not cheating. It's a lack of preparation and forethought.
Yes.
What Martin says.
Slapdash approach.
Slapdash affair. Taking people for granted. No.
Sounds like you're doing a review for somebody.
It does, doesn't it?
People are already writing on here already. So if you want to see the group page over there. So yes. So Nathan, and we can look at multiple images doing it this way. So
don't try and make it seem like you meant to do it this way.
No, it's also no, it's not as good. It isn't as good.
No, sir. So Nathan's done his Nurgle. He's just finished off this Lamb Raider, so he's Nurgled it up. Looking really cool, man. I do like a bit of Nurgle. Nurgle's rocked. Awesomeness. But yeah, no, looking at
no idea what you're talking about.
Nurgle is a god, chaos god in 40k.
Still have no idea what you're talking about. Good.
I just see tumbleweeds coming across the screen now.
Yeah. So Black Powder games going on there with Tut. Where do I recognise those rivers from? Last Valley, aren't they?
Last Valley,
yeah. Last Valley. Yeah, I was going to say that's Last Valley terrain, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
unmistakable Last Valley.
I'll tell you what.
Is there anybody certainly in the UK who doesn't have any Last Valley terrain in their collection? That's what I want to know.
Me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just trying to make sure it's most recent. There we go. If I go most recent, and I can go through in order, date order. Steve. See if you remember the Plastic Crack Photocast Facebook community, Steve would have given you a little insight earlier on. Something a bit different from Miller instead of pictures. This was
Yeah, he was messaging me that he's in Barnet today, and it was the anniversary of the battle last couple of weekends ago. So what they do is they put up the coats of arms of the participants on there. It's like that's Warwick's in the background.
Yeah, Warwick's is in the background.
And then but then they've also got the reenactment, the festival fair thing. That's in a couple of days' time, so they leave them up for that.
So in a couple of days, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it late last time.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Bugger.
Yeah.
See if I can go.
Yeah. So Tim here, he's done some British by the looks of it, and they are looking rather sweet.
Yeah.
Nice little platoon there.
Nice. Is that for his old group project?
Group,
yes,
yeah.
What's really good is that he only played that for the first time 2 weeks ago at Crackcon.
Oh, that's really good. Well done, Tim. No, that's really good, Tim.
Very nice.
I played my first game of Open Group.
Yes.
Really
so, Steve.
Oh, look at that.
These are just so good.
They're 3D printed. They're 10 mil 3D printed. Yeah, they're 10 mil STL.
I love the shields. How the shields are. That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's smart.
They're very nice. Very nice.
Smart. Very nice.
See, Warlord missed a trick. They should have done that. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'll say us drinking. Yes, more Miller.
28 mil is dead, though.
28 mil is dead.
Absolutely.
Yes. Where's Poles? Miller. So Miller's realised the error of his ways this week, and he's been doing some Wars of the Roses.
He's been rebasing his stuff on.
Yeah, rebasing them. Oh yeah, what were they before? He had them on 40s, 40s, didn't he?
No, he had them on singles in movement trace. Yeah. Because I think he was going to be planning to play Nevermind the Bill Hooks, but it's like it looks like he's based them up 3 bases wide, maybe to play some other people.
Somebody.
To play some people
who do that. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I definitely agree. They look really good, Miller. Well done. You got Paul here. I love the banner. That's really, really cool. Yeah. I think that's hand done, isn't it? So it looks like a little pike or something like that. That's really smart. It's done. I love the detail on the face. Absolutely awesome. It's really good painting techniques there, Paul. I like what he does with faces. You can paint faces, sir. Let's put it that way. And if that's freehand on that shield there, my God.
No, it's cool.
If that is freehand, I am impressed. Because I have a horrible feeling that is freehand, which would just be absolutely out of this world. So well done, Paul. They're Griffin Beast. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's Black Templars with a massive freaking chainsaw.
I was going to say that the size of the chainsaw on that.
That is a rather tank chainsaw. My God. Who is that? That's got to be someone important, isn't it? The Never
is that not
Templar Crusader.
Is that I can't believe I know this. Isn't there a flesh tearer with a massive double-handed chainsaw? Is that him just as a Black Templar?
No, flesh tearer is their Corn.
Yeah. What? Yeah. No, flesh terrors are loyalists. What are you on about? Flesh terrors are loyalists. They're Blood Angel. They're Blood Angel successors. I can't believe I know that.
Oh no, these are Black Templars. No, these are.
No, I know. I'm saying it's the model.
Oh, the model.
That guy.
Oh, the model. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Jesus, it's like that moment with the bloody dice over again. Can you hear the words coming out?
Oh dear, yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, if possible, very possible. So Don, he's been painting these bad boys up. Where are these figures from? Are they minifigs?
Yeah, I think he said they were old minifigs that he bought from. Oh God, who did he say? Was it the Wargames? What's the name? Said Holiday Centre.
Oh, okay.
I think they're really old figures.
Yeah, they're oil painted, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can tell because you can see the shine, can't you? Oh, that's quite cool.
Mind you, it could be just enamels with the varnish that we used to have in those days.
No. So Stephen again, different Stephen, sorry. These are some really cool. Are these 3D printed as well? These look really smart. So Daughters of Cain, apparently. They look absolutely incredible. They look like they could really paint up nicely. Awesomeness. Now, oh my god. Well, it's still trying.
These are fantastic.
That is awesome. That is awesome. That has made my day. I love that god. All right, that is just like I'm speechless. I love the purple. The purple just works. It's just so good.
Where did he get them from?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
If
Ready,
if they-
steady, and beat pop from TNMT.
Yeah, if they do the turtles as well, I think I might have to get involved in those.
That's really smart, isn't it? Very smart, man. Martin, you're still getting people like.
Yeah, I know these are the ones I was talking about the weekend to getting tagged and stuff.
Yeah. So Gazza's done some Night Haunts from Age of Sigmar. These are really nice models, aren't they? They're so good. Even I've got to admit, Games Workshop, you've done some cracking jobs with these.
I say it every now and again, but you knock them for whatever you want, but they make fantastic miniatures. They really do. You can't argue with that.
No, that's it. Byzantine. There's got some from Brawn here. Oh, mate,
Very
that
nice.
armor looks awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, really nice job.
There's some really nice figures.
Yeah, whose figures are they? What does it say?
No, that's really annoying because they do look really good.
You need Byzantines. I think they might be footsore. I think they might be footsore.
They could well be. Yeah, could well be. They have that look about them, don't they?
Yeah.
Bloody awesome, whatever they are. Work in progress, 15 mil, Tim. So that was yesterday then. So 22 hours ago, Tim hadn't finished basing all this stuff, and now he's done it. So that's really good news. So Dom managed to finish the Duke of Norfolk this morning. Awesome. Nice. Oh, looking very sweet.
He's very cool.
Is that a Neville by any chance?
No, it's not. It's
not a Neville.
No, he's only got. Well, I said he's only. He's got. He's only got 4 quarters. He's not got like 10 million like money. But that's better in some ways because you can really see the livery really nicely that he's done.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
No, that's Howard.
Okay.
That's not Mowbray. It's the second one.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that dies at Bosworth.
Oh, that one.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah. I was just getting to the last chapter. OPC 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ken, keep up.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Click on. We do that.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Freebies from Crackcon finished from Sam.
Yeah.
So this is what you got in the bag. Some people got these. Some people got. There was like 3 different types, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was either the Confederate Command, Dismounted French Dragoons, or the 95th.
That's it. And he was waiting for the flag, wasn't he, to turn up, Samuel?
He was, yeah.
So yeah, now
it's really cool.
Yeah, it's well good, man. It's nice to see people painting them. Phil, been taught that camo is really nice on that SS guy. That's a metal figure, but that is some very nice camo there.
That is nice. Very well done there.
Yeah, awesome. Don't know whose figures they are, but it might be Warlord to be fair. But yeah, I think they are Warlord actually. Warlord Grenadiers or a team. Got some Matt Hunt's building his first unit of Bill and Bow there, getting ready. He's built them all up.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about basing them on here is you don't have to have 6 figures on there. You don't even have to have 4, do you? If you want to make a little dioramery sort of piece, as long as the frontage is covered with Wars of the Rose, it doesn't matter. So Matthew has done some 10 mil Numidians.
Ooh,
very, very good.
Yeah, it is awesome, isn't it? I love the tufts. Really like those tufts. many, many years ago when the Perrys first brought out the plastic Water Roses figures in 2009. Did you know that? I decided to build the first St. Albans Church. There it is right there.
Yeah, no, I saw Chloe put that up. That's very, very cool. Very, very nice.
That is really smart, isn't it?
Really good.
Sorry, Matt. Let's pass that one. I've loaded. Wow, that is a lot of French cavalry.
Oh, is that Tony's?
Yeah, that is a lot of
Yeah.
French cavalry.
Yeah, like I said, I had chest pains when I saw that photo.
Wow.
I really did.
Oh, Tony. Jeez Louise. Wow. Tony came from France, didn't he, when he came over?
He did, yeah. He came all the way from France, but not like nearby France, like far away France.
Far away France. Oh my goodness. Look at these. Oh mate, that's incredible. Oh, I like the stones. I like that stones. They're right scale as well, aren't they? I like those. Where'd you get them from, Tony? Be interested to know that one.
He's probably going to say France.
France, yeah.
Beach
On a
in the south
beach in
of
France.
France. Yeah.
I'm going to say, can you bring some when you come to Crackcon free, please? Tony Phillips is he's painted up some Templars. Now, that is a nice picture.
Oh God, look at that.
Yeah, oh, they're fantastic. They're the Fireforge ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they do. They
lovely.
do, of course.
That white is just spectacular.
It's very good. It's very
Again,
good.
chest
I love
pains.
yes. I love the cross where they've done the cross. It's just a whole scene, isn't it? It's so dynamic. And then if you look in the back left, you've got a guy there, and he's got his mace there, double mace head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Awesome. I think we're getting towards the 20. What's the date? 21st. So Simon, he's finishing up. I think there's some Germans, isn't they? Late war. They're like. What
That
called,
looks
Steve?
like Volksturm.
Volksturm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so volunteers. Yeah, and there's a pack with the mule on it there. So well done, Simon. Just need to get them based. Could be. Oh yeah, it's working. That looks very cool. To be fair, I'll leave that. But where else are we going? So Ken shared a post. Second unit. 28mm Perrys. He does paint. Just
because he just gets on with it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's no flapping around. He just gets on with it.
Rule number 5, innit?
It's rule number 5. Yeah.
Rule number
Was
5.
that Note Ridge? Yeah, I can't remember. One or the other.
Okay. James Wilkinson, he's finishing off another French battalion.
Oh,
Lovely flag. It's a very nice flag. I like
that is very, very nice.
That is very nice indeed. He's mixing some metals in as well, which is really nice. Oh, sorry, who was that? Simon again. He said, "Oh, mate, Simon's doing loads of bloody Germans World War II."
Do you watch really good Simon painting again? Because I think he didn't paint. He didn't paint for a while, so it's really good to see him back painting.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, he's I didn't catch what this is. You guys know what that is?
Yeah, it's he's because I see it's one of the guys I game with. He's building up his Wars of the Roses forces based around some basically.
Oh, is it a very obscure lord?
It's a very very obscure knight that he found who's from his area, because it turned out that his area of Lancashire was actually all Yorkist. He wouldn't have it. He wouldn't have it. And he went to the depths of beyond, trying to find he's found this really obscure knight who's got other than it says he was born, he had some kids and he died. There's not a great deal that's known about him. But he would the original guy who was going to be, he sort of found out about, he was well chuffed, and then I sort of showed him his stuff, and he was to say he was unhappy was
a little bit of an understatement. Yeah,
it was. Well, yeah. It's the funny thing is that most of Yorkshire was owned by the bloody Lancastrian lords, and half of the Lancashire was owned by Yorkist lords, because it had nothing to do with the royal houses. They're all from like the Yorkist lords are all
North
in London.
South. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So Paul, he's done some of these. Done some knights. They're looking awesome.
Very nice. Yeah.
Got some
Really
archers.
good.
Very sweet, man. Very sweet
Like
indeed.
that. That's nice.
Sean has gone a bit nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those.
I half expected to see tufts coming out of their heads.
I love the uniform. That's great.
Yeah, you
Yeah, that would've
corrupted
been-
him.
That would
Tell
have
you
been
what,
awesome.
Sean was very, very into Turnip 28. It was to see someone that primarily paints, excellent looking historicals.
I know.
For him to throw himself into some weirdness like Turnip. I mean, like I said in the pub, he was on the receiving end of some hot dice rolling. He really was. And he lost a toff off as well. He lost his toff.
Oh.
You corrupted my brother-in-law. He's now
Yes.
my brother, the set of cavalry that you won in the raffle. He's
Being
have
turnip.
got bean sprouts and stuff.
I
coming
like
out of them now.
this. This sounds rather good. We'll end this week on the photos with Lee John. He's done some really cool. I've never seen these before. These must be like 3D
What are
prints,
they?
possibly. Never seen them. They're like. I'll just see if he's put in there. Free folk from a game of from Game of
Song
Thrones.
of
a
Ice
rat
and Fire,
catcher.
innit? Yeah.
Oh, Song of Ice and Fire. Okay, that's really cool, man. I like the rats. That's very cool. The rat catcher. Looks like he's got some Necromunda bases there as well, which is even cooler. But yeah, I was eyeing up a Song of Ice and Fire. I'll just end this. Stop sharing. Yeah, I was eyeing that up when we were at Ian's shop, and I was looking at it. Some of the mammoths were like 12 quid. And I was like, ooh.
It's a good game. It's a fun game. It's quite quite fast playing, kind of cross board game in my kind of thing.
I'm a happy man.
No, from
Thanks,
Railway
chaps,
Supply.
as well worth the trips. I'm up for the next one. The Stones with Railway Modding and Supplies, probably Jarvis. I'm extremely happy. And then Mark sums it up, moist.
Cheers, Mark. That's an enchanting scene to end the night on.
Yes,
Lovely.
yes. Oh dear, but chaps, it is very much coming towards the end of the night, and it's been awesome. So it's who's it next week?
It's Ste next week.
Young Steve.
Steve.
It's
I think
Ste.
I think we're doing a painting clinic again, aren't we?
We are.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Steve's
that'll be appearing on the Facebook group in your subscription. So next week, any painting questions you may have, whether it's painting Napoleonic French drummers, because someone's got to do them. But no, not me. Any questions, or if you've got any tips or hints or advice about painting a certain thing, whether you're good at French Napoleonics or P. Camo, or you've developed a particularly good Turnip 28 mud technique. And I know Dom has. He's been
Don't tell anyone.
he's been perfecting his turnip, his mud. But yeah, so next week, painting clinic.
Yeah, painting clinic, and we're gonna do another 4-week update, aren't we, of what's going to happen over the next month?
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah, we will. So next week we'll pop it up, and you'll see what's coming up in the month of June. Of course, subject to change, because sometimes guests and things don't confirm until the last minute. So we can always swap things out. But yes, you'll have a rough idea of what's coming.
Yes. No, that's great. But guys, just want to say thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next week, and take care, and bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon.
See everyone.
Bye.